Who's going to be in here first? Who's going to be the first one in here? Yo, Mr. Chef Def, first one in the building. Damn, David Brown. David Brown, couple seconds too late, my man. Martin Santiago, what is good, brother? What are you up to? Oh, man. I am tired. Let's talk, man. Yo, if Horford gonna shush the crowd and proceed to drop 0 next game. Man, we really didn't trade Horford at the trade deadline. That's unreal to me, man. We told teams we're not trading Al Horford. This team is so much better without him on the floor. It doesn't make sense. Oh, man. All right, what else? Let's see. No, I'm not hyped for this win either. It was the Chicago Bulls at home. They played terrible defense. They double-teamed Ben Simmons outside the three-point line, which makes no damn sense at all. You know what's funny? If you guys follow me on Twitter, I know some of you guys follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I predicted Brett Brown's final lineup. I said, hopefully we have a big enough lead for when Brett Brown goes back to his two-center lineup with 5 minutes to go. He actually he was probably mad about it, but the game only allowed him to go to that lineup with about 3 minutes and 45 seconds because there wasn't time in between. So he was probably over there. No! My two-center lineup isn't in, and it's under 5 minutes. What are we going to do? Anyway, we had an 11-point lead, I want to say, 12-13. And Brett finally gets his two-center lineup back in. And the offense stops. Stagnant, bunch of standing around. We blow the lead. It goes down to 5 points. And I'm like, hey, this is so easy to predict. This is so easy to predict. It's at the point where it's just ridiculous. Dominic, what's good? Can I full screen some of these comments, or can I only do that on? Oh, I should have used StreamYard. StreamYard, I can pick comments and put them like on the screen in big words, in big letters. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea why Alec Burks didn't play. I don't think Brett Brown has any idea. I don't think anybody in the world has any idea. You're playing the Bulls at home. You got to get these dudes some chemistry minutes. And you got to play the Clippers on Tuesday. And this dude gets 0 minutes, bro. Brett Brown is so obsessed with forwards and centers. It hurts me. It hurts me inside. He's so obsessed with forwards and centers. He actually played Mike Scott at the 4 for like 15 minutes out of this game. Yeah, Brett is a Burkophobe, man. Anybody with the last name Burke is not playing, man. There used to be this hot chick on TV back in the day. Her name was Brooke Burke. I don't know if any of you guys my age know that, but Brett Brown probably hated her too. Brett Brown's like, y'all thought I was really going to play a Burke. Yo, Josh, what's good? Josh knows who Brooke Burke is. Brooke Burke still looks good. I don't know. Where the hell has she been at? I haven't seen her for years and years and years, man. Wild on E when I was like 12 years old, sneaking downstairs to watch late night TV in my parents' house. trying to skip over the squeaky steps so they didn't wake up, you know? That was before I had internet, bro. What do you kids know about this life? Brett Brown loves his white guys that can't shoot. Yeah, he does. He didn't play any white guys that can't shoot in this game, though. Mike Scott's not white. He probably hates Doris Burke, too. I can't stand Doris Burke. I'm with Brett Brown on that one. Maybe Brett Brown hates Doris Burke so much that he, like, hates all Burks because of it. Ben's white, too. Oh, man. Yeah, just not playing Alec Burks, like, just why? You got to get the guy minutes. I don't think he's going to play him. I honestly think Elton Brand tried to make a move to give this team ball-handling guards, and Brett Brown is not going to play the dude. I honestly think that. That's how crazy this guy is. Yeah, Al Horford had 0 points in 30 minutes. I will say that there was certain points. Alec Burke doesn't know the offense yet. Menace Gang Gaming, thanks for coming in the live chat. Alec Burke doesn't know the offense yet. Alec Gang Gaming, let me explain something to you about basketball, bro. Well, first of all, Brett Brown doesn't have an offense, okay? There's just 5 guys on the court standing around. If they decide to cut, they decide to cut. If they decide to drive, they decide to drive. There's no offense at all, first of all. Second of all, the game of basketball, you don't need to go in and learn some kind of book to be able to play. Robert Covington got traded and was playing for the Houston Rockets 6 hours later. It's a game that you can seriously just get on the court, find your space, play your game. Anybody that's played basketball knows this. That's why there's pickup basketball, bro. Like, you just put the guy on the court. That's how you do it, especially with Brett Brown's offense because there's no plays run anyway. Furkan had 31, back-to-back 30-point games. Yeah, Alec Burke doesn't need to know the offense because we have no plays. Exactly. We'll play much better against the Clippers. I don't know, man. When's the last time we played a good team at home? It was the Lakers, I believe, and Embiid wasn't in the game. And Ben Simmons was playing a lot of 4 and 5, which opened up the floor. They were fast up and down the court. That can work. But when you play a good defense and Brett forces this 2-center lineup, I don't think it's going to work. That's just me being the natural, pessimistic Philly fan that I am. Clippers got blown out by the Timberwolves. Yeah, I wanted to watch the highlights of that game. Was D'Angelo Russell playing in that game? Yes, absolutely. Scott needs to get out of the rotation and bring in Burks. I can't fathom why this dude just played Mike Scott all those minutes that he played him. That's insane. And he wanted to play Howell Neto. I'm surprised he didn't. I was ready to riot if I would have saw Howell Neto on the floor. Tobias Harris 6'10" and he can't finish at the rim. Man, like, it just is what it is, man. Tobias Harris is a stretch 4. Al Horford's a center. These guys are playing out of position. Their games are suffering because of it. Tobias needs point guards and offensive plays run for him to pick and pop, for him to come off of screens. He needs the right offense to be successful. Al Horford needs the right offense to be successful. Brett Brown just puts all these forwards on the floor and says, here, guys, do stuff. It doesn't work. There's no basketball IQ out there besides Ben Simmons on the break. If you're not going to call any plays, you need a point guard that can run an offense. But I've been saying this a million times. Every video, every day. Surprised you guys haven't unsubscribed yet because I say the same damn thing. I can't believe he went to the starting lineup at the end of the game. We turned the ball over. Yep, I said it, man. I said it. I said, will we have a big enough lead to survive Brett Brown's final lineup, which will be 2 centers and 2 forwards, and it resulted in 2 turnovers and almost a shot clock violation, but the ball grazed the rim.
Brett Brown talking about Ben Simmons and getting I'm going to talk a little bit more about Ben Simmons tonight as well as Joe B. We got to keep talking about
There's just not enough time in a game to play all these guys. Philly Talk Podcast. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Korkmaz went off, man. When Korkmaz is hot, there's nothing that can stop him. He had a couple of shots that were like from 40 feet out, dude. Not 40, but probably closer to 30. Korkmaz is just, when he's in the zone, man, it's catch and shoot, man. Anybody else love the fact that after last game, Ben started posting more about how he and the Sixers are awesome after they beat a sucky team at home? Haley Guzzo, thank you for the comment. Yeah, I replied to Ben Simmons on Twitter last night or after last game when he posted some kind of photo of himself that made it look like he just won a championship or something. And I just said, LOL, this guy, because you guys play like absolute ass on the road against every team, and you get destroyed by good teams, and then you play a couple bad teams at home, and you want to post on the internet like you're dominating the NBA. Like, let's get it together here, man. Let's keep. That's the thing too with Joel Embiid telling the crowd to shut up. Because the crowd's booing. The crowd's mainly booing Al Horford shooting threes, but I don't even really think the crowd is booing Al Horford. Personally, I think the crowd is booing Al Horford shooting threes because they know it's Brett Brown's game plan for him to shoot threes. That's what I think the crowd's doing. And then Joel Embiid dunks on Zadaransky's face or, whatever other anorexic European they were playing against. Joel Embiid dunks on the dude's face and tells the crowd to shut up. Like, bro, come on, man. Do it against Giannis. Do it against Marc Gasol. You're not playing the Bulls in the playoffs. Do it against a good team and we'll shut up. But we're not gonna shut up, bro. We're not. Yeah, Brown's costing us. Should have been a 20-point game. It should have been, man. Yo, Martin, Martin said Marcus Smart had the craziest flop ever in the Celtics game today. Yeah, I saw that. I think he's actually had crazier flops than him. But I did screenshot it when he's in midair, parallel with the floor. Marcus Smart is trash. I can't stand that guy. Yeah, Embiid has no respect for Philly fans. He can't take heat. Yeah, this team can't take heat, man. The Philly fans are what they are. You know this. You got to be tough when you play in this city. Ben Simmons last season, if you're going to boo, then stay on that side. Like, just, these are things you don't say. If you play like shit, you get booed. You own it. You go to your press conference and you say, yeah, we played like shit. They should have booed us. These dudes are getting angry at the fans for booing them for underperforming all season. Are you serious? When Eagles players get booed, they go to their press conference and they say, we suck today. The fans deserve to boo us. Pretty sure Carson Wentz said it. Ruber Diaz, are the Sixers weak mentally? Yes, very weak mentally. They can't handle being booed. They can't handle the fans being upset at their lackluster performances. It's annoying. The fans the fans have the right to boo. That we watched 5 years of tanking, bro. You know what I mean? Those of us outside the city, we drive to Philly, buy tickets, dedicate a whole night. You know what I mean? Spend $100 on on Goose Island IPAs because I can't watch this stuff without drinking. And then you underperform, of course we're gonna boo. What do you expect us to do, man? All right, man. Ask me some questions. I'm out of things to talk about. So you don't think Simmons deserves Defensive Player of the Year? I do, absolutely. I absolutely think Ben Simmons deserves Defensive Player of the Year. Ben Simmons, and I say it in all of my videos, whether or not I hate the fact that he won't shoot the ball, he is one of the most ridiculous defenders I've ever seen, on-ball defenders I've ever seen. And it's not just his athleticism. It's a combination of his athleticism and his basketball IQ. There's plays that you can slow down in slow motion and watch Ben Simmons' feet move almost in sync with the defense. Like, not only is he quicker than the guy, he already knows where the dude's going. He reads your body language and everything. He is actually the most underrated defender I may have ever seen. He doesn't get enough credit for his defense. Seriously. And being 6'10 and moving the way that he moves, man, I'm telling you, Ben Simmons at 23 years old, he's going to harass NBA guards for a lot of years, dude. Philly native, what's up? What is your opinion on the Sixers starting five should probably look like? Oh, man. I don't even want to say it because it's never going to happen with Brett Brown. It's not. My starting 5 months ago would have been Trey Burke, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. My starting 5 now would be, and I don't even care if the guy hasn't played yet. My starting 5 would be Alec Burks, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Korkmaz, Horford off the bench. Never play Horford, Simmons, and Embiid at the same time because no NBA team can ever prosper with 3 centers on the floor. Yes, I say 3 centers because Ben Simmons won't shoot the ball. That makes him a center. Even a power forward needs to have a mid-range jump shot. Ask Kevin Garnett. Ben Simmons is a center. I don't care what you say. I think Ben and Joel can work together, but Ben, Joel, and Horford is a no for me. I would space this offense out so much. This would be an up and down, fast-paced offense. I would run Embiid at center, then I would pull Embiid. I would run Simmons at small ball center, surround him with all the guards. Josh Richardson, Alec Burks, Glenn Robinson, Matisse Thybulle. We would be flying up and down the court, bro. It would be Lob City. It would be a high-powered, high-scoring offense. But every time the lineup is fast and starts making progress, this dude goes back to and puts all the centers back on the floor. At this point, I really don't care if Ben Simmons shoots the ball. I think it's to the point where he's the most stubborn person I've ever seen in my life, but it's something you just have to live with because of his abilities outside of that. So he's not going to shoot the ball, maybe never, and you just have to adjust the team and play to his strengths. That's all I can really say, man. Jeremiah Pootman, what's the biggest problem with the 76ers? Number 1, Brett Brown. Number 2, we hired a center to be our GM to trade for a bunch of centers and sign centers in free agency and trade for power forwards. But I will give Elton Brand credit for making that move at the trade deadline and getting 2 guards in here that can play off the ball, space the floor, cut to the rim, shoot the 3. Now it's just a matter of Brett Brown actually playing the guys. I think Elton Brand should just fire him and be the coach himself at this point. If Elton Brand is like, I'm trying to help you, I'm giving you these guys to help you, and you don't even play one of them a single minute in the damn game. Who would you want to see coaching the team if Brett Brown was fired? I don't even know, man. I don't like any candidates. I'm not a big Mark Jackson fan. I think Monty Williams was one that we let go. We let escape. People keep saying Jason Kidd. I don't want to hear that. Although I would rather Jason Kidd than Brett Brown because Jason Kidd played point guard and he understands the importance of a point guard. You know what? Now that I think about it, Jason Kidd would be great. A Hall of Fame point guard that understands the importance of a point guard in the half court, that understands the importance of spacing, that understands the importance of having enough guards on the floor to move the ball down the court. Yep. Jason Kidd's my pick. Yeah, people say Jason Kidd developed Giannis. I don't really know about that. I think Giannis is just a freak of nature who grew and grew and grew. I mean, if you really think about Giannis's game, not much has changed besides his size and speed. He shoots a three sometimes, but it's not pretty, and sometimes it's an air ball. So I mean, what else? What else really developed with Giannis besides he got bigger, faster, and stronger? There's a level of athleticism you can have that totally negates your lack of skill. You know, when you're the size and speed of Giannis, you don't really need to develop that much. Giannis 31% from three. Is he really? Damn. I was just wrong. I've been wrong before. Jason Kidd would be great for Ben. He had to develop his shot too when he played. Yes, absolutely. Jason Kidd did. Yeah, his shot was never pretty either. But yeah, he came in the league not shooting the ball, and he was forced to shoot because guess what? You have to shoot an open three to play point guard. I just want to reiterate one more time. Like, the Bulls coach, as much as I can't stand Brett Brown, Chicago Bulls coach guy has to be the most clueless person I've ever seen. Maybe number two behind Brett, but in what world? I mean, I would think anybody that's ever watched an NBA basketball game in the past 3 years would know that you don't have to guard Ben Simmons outside the three-point line. And every time we play the Bulls, this dude has Zach LaVine picking up Ben Simmons at half court. Like, what exactly are you doing? That doesn't make sense. And then Ben blows right by him and opens everything up. Like, it's so stupid. They run a pick and roll and they double team. Ben sets a screen. There's two plays this game where they double team Ben. How bad is your defense that you're double teaming the one guy in the NBA that refuses to shoot the ball? Trade Ben or move him to the four. I keep saying move Ben to the four, but again, he won't shoot the ball. So anytime Ben's at the four, Joel Embiid has to be at the three-point line. And do we really want Joel Embiid at the three-point line? Yeah, Al Horford had 0 points. Jay Schmidt HD, thank you for coming through. Al Horford had 0 points, man. This is the most egregious $100 million contract I've ever seen in my life. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. We could have had so much more with that money. We spent that money on Al Horford. We spent that money on a second center, and now our coach feels obligated to play him because of the money he's being paid. Could have had Brogdon, yeah, but they weren't gonna sign Brogdon because everybody thought Ben Simmons was gonna shoot the ball this year. And so we figured Ben was going to be a lights-out point guard who shoots an open three, and then the season started, and that didn't happen. So now we're like, oh, shit, we need a point guard. So in a way, Ben Simmons refusing to shoot really screwed up a lot of things that happened in the offseason, but Ben doesn't care. He doesn't care, dude. He just chooses which Ferrari he wants to drive home. Kendall Jenner's laying on his couch in his apartment, Like, would you care? There's things in life that humans can't handle, It's hard to care about things when you don't have actual issues in the world. Sometimes a player, he gets a little satisfaction, okay? Yes, they were booed. No, they weren't playing as well as they'd like. They would have preferred to Glenn Robinson, the third, will stretch the floor out. Yeah, man, I enjoyed watching him tonight. There was a nice play where the Sixers were doing their standard stand around offense where nobody moves, and Glenn Robinson just did a nice like circle cut right down the middle of the lane. But I mean, I don't think Brett liked it. Brett's gonna tell him to stop cutting to the hole. Hey man, no more cutting to the basket. We got to shoot threes. If Ben tears his Achilles and can't run, do you think he will shoot the ball? Beard's ratty today, man. No, nothing's gonna make Ben Simmons shoot the ball. Ben Simmons has accepted not shooting the ball. He would rather fail miserably than shoot the ball. He would rather, if Ben catches the ball in Game 7 with 1 second left at the top of the key in a tie game, he's gonna hold the ball for overtime. Straight up. Turkish Terminator going for 30 every night now. Edward Curtis, thanks for coming in. The Turkish Terminator. Oh, Alec Burks is talking.
It's been good and bad, from afar, it's also the two superstars, Ben and big man that was next to me, that they control the game. They got a lot of great role players that I didn't know. Now I know a little bit, from playing and being around them, a couple hours. So just see how it plays out, the rest of the season.
I know you said you don't know, right now how it's going to work out, but they like you. They have a lot of wins. You just saw Furkan get 30. You saw Matisse play. Have they said anything to you since you've been here that this is the role that we want you to have? This is why we want you to... how did that discussion go?
I haven't had them conversations yet because I got here early and I was doing medical stuff all day, and then I got to the gym. So, them conversations will come. We just see how it play out. We're all great basketball players and smart basketball players, so we can figure something out.
What were you hoping for? When you were first traded, what did you envision?
I didn't believe it.
Breaking news, Alec Burks might play soon. Yeah, I don't think Brett will play him the right way either. I just learned, and some people on Twitter are just so overly optimistic, but I think they're either like 12 years old or haven't been around long enough to see what really happens. But beating the Bulls at home does not change a whole lot, dude. Especially the way that they won. Blowing that lead at the end with Brett Brown's 3-center lineup, man. I've been on here for 27 minutes already, man. All right, a couple more comments, and then I'm rolling out. Horford was a Celtics problem last year. Yeah, maybe you're not wrong, man. Because, the Celtics are good now without him. And the Sixers have him. And he stinks for the Sixers. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Al Horford individually was great on the Celtics. But as a team, and they had locker room issues too. And he made comments to the media about their locker room. And then he made comments to the media about our locker room. Yeah. Philly's not a big Al Horford fan right now, man. Philly native, yeah. Yeah, I tweet all the time, dude. I stay on Twitter. At I am DJ Eastwood for anybody that's not following me that wants to follow me. At I am DJ Eastwood. I stay on Twitter, man. It keeps me up on... Twitter's great. The older I get, it just keeps me connected with everything because it's young people on Twitter, so I stay connected. I stay up with the music as a DJ. I stay up with all the sports news. I know everything that happens all the time. I follow all the Philadelphia sports pages. I know the players in the G League that, you know what I mean? Like, Twitter's great, dude. I love Twitter. Keeps me connected. I think Al Horford needs to come off the bench. Brett Brown made comments about it, but he's still refusing to do it. And it's just weird that, like, when the offense is finally flowing and spacing and looking high energy and looking good, Brett says, okay, putting Horford back in the game. Here we go. and we lose an 11-point lead. How is this not the most obvious thing somebody's ever seen? But anyway, the Bulls suck. We won. Korkmaz went off. I liked it. Trade CJ for Embiid. Yeah, no. Negative. I'm going to get this team. I would get this team back to having space on the floor before I would trade Ben Simmons or Embiid, because if you look at the 17-18 season and even last year, they were much more efficient because they had J.J. Redick, Jimmy Butler, all these guys. We replaced them with another center, try to force this logjam, and everybody's stats go down. So people can talk all the trash they want on Embiid. I'm not buying it. He has to play at the three-point line all game because we got Horford in the paint, we got Simmons in the paint, we got Tobias Harris posting up sometimes. What's he supposed to do? The guy's too big. You have to surround him with guards and give him the space to go one-on-one, man. But, Ben and Embiid will always have spacing issues, but you don't want to add to those spacing issues by adding another center. And I'm just a guy that watches basketball that knows this. How do dudes that are in the front office of NBA franchises not know this? How is there not somebody in the office when they had this meeting in the offseason that was like, hey, Elton, can I offer you some advice? I don't think it's a great idea to play two centers at the same time. I feel like it's probably going to have spacing issues. It's probably going to take away from Embiid's space, and it's probably going to ruin everybody's numbers. Nope. Not only that, we're going to give him $100 million for 4 years. The guy's going to be 37 years old, making $27 million. The guy's going to be 37 years old, making $27 million. I actually think Elton Brand was trying to outdo Brian Colangelo for the worst contract of all time with the Jared Bayless contract. Oh, man. How did Elton get a job? I have no idea. He played center for us like 3 years ago. That's all. Had a couple interviews. Went to dinner with Josh Harris. They had some laughs. He doesn't have any experience, so what could he really have said that got him the job? I don't know. But all right, guys, thanks for coming through the live chat. I've been here for 33 minutes already. I'll holler at you all on Tuesday. I'll probably make a YouTube video tomorrow, a more official one once my thoughts are collected and I write some shit down. Thank you guys for coming through. Have a blessed night. I'm still on fire, Brett Brown. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. Peace.